Yo, what's good, everyone? Yesterday, I fucked up, and I'll explain once we get started. But yesterday, we also added more visuals, so that's a good thing. The glass is half full today. But welcome to another episode of Bravo and Blaze with Jenny Blaze. We are live during this 3-week live series here on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch with audio available wherever you get your podcasts. Last night, Below Deck Med aired on Bravo. I missed the Never Before Scenes episode that they play the hour before the new episode. And they also had Captain Sandy on Watch What Happens Live last night, and I got bored, so I just went to bed. But we're still going to talk about the new episode today. Also, as I mentioned yesterday, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of OC Season 18 trailer. Does anyone else feel old hearing that we're on Season 18? That's like an entire generation. Like an adult could be made in that amount of time. If you're a podcast listener, you can always come check out the visuals here on YouTube. We also have an interactive live chat. I see you, Jen M. Good morning. Wait, it's not morning here. It's afternoon, which you just said. Well, afternoon for you. Oh, I love this. Feel free to engage, by the way. I will do my best to read as many comments in the chat as I can. Our YouTube channel is at Jenny Blaze. If you are watching us live on Twitter or Instagram, please consider joining us here on YouTube so you can be part of the chat as well. Just as a disclaimer, I need to remind everyone that this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. We do not condone bullying or any type of hateful behavior. We also, until yesterday, we didn't have any fact checking going on, but we're here to connect and discuss all the things that we're seeing in Bravo and Blaze. Make sure you subscribe, follow, share, like, comment, leave a 5-star rating, and follow us on social media at Bravo and Blaze. If you have gone through the thousands of hours of free content that we have out there that's already posted and you still want more, we have bonus content available for Patreon members and Instagram subscribers. The links to join are available in the show notes. I also want to give a big thank you to everyone subscribed on YouTube. We hit a milestone. We made it to 420 with an extra 4,200 subscribers. And thanks to Kristen Ashley, who said she's been following on Instagram since we had less than 1,000 followers. And she is our 4,200th YouTube subscriber. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you so much, Kristen Ashley, and everyone else who has been supporting me and Bravo and Blaze. Should I let out my happy tears? Probably not, right? If I do, unhinged Jenny. Like, I need to stop doing that. But speaking of unhinged, before we get to Below Deck Med and Real Housewives of OC, I have to retract something that went down on yesterday's live stream. Hold on, I want to put up this banner. So I made a huge mistake. I read an article that someone sent to me for the first time during the live stream, without reading it first, obviously. Turns out, after the live stream, thank you to Deep Thoughts by Bravo on Instagram, it was discovered that the article that I read and showed on the live stream was about a completely different Victoria Lee Robinson. It's not funny. It's not funny. That section of yesterday's live stream has been cut out of the video and audio, so no one can see or hear it going forward. But if you were on the live stream and saw that, just know that I fucked up. And it wasn't a small fuck up. It was a pretty big one. I'm not going to repeat what it is that I read, but if we are watching The Traitors season 3 and Tom Sandoval starts flipping out because someone read an article about his girlfriend that wasn't really about his girlfriend, just know that was me by accident. Oops. I'm sorry. I swear I did not mean any harm, and I do apologize. Lesson learned. Don't read anything for the first time when you're live streaming. Granted, I did have every intention of reading it before I went live, but there was so much content I didn't get a chance to. So obviously I deeply regret it now. But speaking of Vanderpump Rules and regret, Prison Mike apparently is having an Amazon Live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm not going to watch it, but can someone just go watch and let me know if she explains her Prison Mike outfit? Thank you. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. All right, Below Deck Med. So I fucked up, but luckily this first charter on Below Deck Med, what season is this? Season 9, I think. This may have been the worst first charter in Below Deck history. Oh, good. Fuzzy Puff said she'll watch it. I'm assuming it's a she. They will watch it. It's on at 3 p.m. Eastern. Talking about Prison Mike's Amazon line live. Okay, Below Deck. So what the hell? They had no provisions the entire charter. Or at least they didn't have alcohol. They had some food. They didn't have all the food they needed. But like, what the actual fuck? What company is this? Have they ever like had any customers before? It's insane. They're just like, oh, yeah, we'll bring some later, and then they deliver without the provisions. It's like maddening. Are you mad? I just thought of James Kennedy for a second. And also, hold on. I found this on Reddit, so shout out to Reddit. This is the cast. Let me take down this logo so you can see this guy's face in the corner, who happens to be, his name is Joe Bradley. Like, what? We already have a Joe Bradley on Bravo, on Southern Hospitality. This is wild. But yeah, so this is the crew. We have Sandy, obviously, Captain Sandy on. We have Jonathan Shillingford. He's the chef. Aisha Scott, the chief stew. Ian McLean, the bosun. Joe Bradley is a deckhand. Nathan Gallagher is a deckhand. Gail Cameron is a deckhand. Elena Dubike is I don't know if I said that right, but she is the second stew. And then we have Bree Muller, the third stew. And I was talking about laundry. Bree, this one here in the corner, she's the one who was assigned to do laundry, and it was like the craziest. Like, I could not comprehend what the issue was. She couldn't get anything right. Like, they were missing one of the guests' pants for the entire charter, I think. And meanwhile, they were just hanging in the laundry room. What the? Like, that's bizarre to me. I need somebody to explain or give me like something. Give me some explanation as to why this went down, because I don't get it at all. Fuzzy Puff said it was a Motel 6 charter so bad. It really was. The chef would not get up to make them food when they were like, partying. And I don't drink alcohol anymore, but when I used to, that was like so important, having a late night snack if you're drinking. He was just like, nope. I could understand if it was maybe not the first charter, but I feel like, should he have gotten up to make the food? It just felt, I don't know. The captain's like, no, never wake up the chef. Pardon my language, but bitch, you woke up the chef to cut a cucumber. Your little precious Malia's boyfriend. God, he was the worst. He was freaking out over everything. Oh my gosh. What was his name? I forgot. I often forget the people's names from Below Deck. There's just so many of them. But yeah, Bree explained that she had gone to multiple boarding schools, and I just need to know more about that. I always I met a couple people who went to boarding school, but I need to know more. I don't know them enough. I want to know the whole process that went down into their parents deciding to send them to boarding school, and like, how did they pick the boarding school? I just don't know people who do boarding school. I mean, yeah, that's not like a regular thing for me. So I'm just curious. And then how did she end up on this yacht in the laundry room? Her parents must be so proud. Sorry, that was kind of mean. I hope she does well. Yes, it was Tom. Tom the chef, Malia's boyfriend. Ugh, of course his name is Tom. I hated him so much. He was such a jerk. And even Malia looked so scared of him. Like, oh my God, he's going to freak out. Oh my God, the guest asked for a cucumber. I go, oh no, watch out. So pathetic. I can't stand that guy. Anyways, moving on. So, for those of you who did watch it, who are in the live chat, did you all think this was the worst first charter in Below Deck history like I do? Because I really can't think of another first charter that could be any worse. I mean, I'll have to go back and like rewatch some of them, but not having any booze for these young kids who want to party, that's like, they even had to go to another yacht on the tender. They had to go like beg for rosé from a bigger yacht. That's so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Yikes, yikes, yikes. So another thing that's coming up on this season, which we haven't had in a while, I feel like, but let me take off my picture so you can see this guy in the corner, Nathan Gallagher. He's a decky, and we have Gail Cameron, the female deckhand. They are seen already in this episode to be trying to coordinate to meet off camera. And that wouldn't be a huge deal if they didn't show her already admit that she has a boyfriend. And we even heard him on the phone. And I'm sorry, but like, you can tell in a guy's voice when they're excited for a girl that they're talking to. Like, I don't know, it just, his energy, the way he was talking, he seemed like he was so excited to come see her and talk to her, and she's just like, yeah, la, 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 whatever. And I think something's gonna go down. It's scandalous. Makes me feel really bad for him. I don't want him to come to the boat because of what's going on, but like, selfishly, for my entertainment, I do want to see him come to the boat at some point on this season, but who knows? Maybe she'll break up with him over the phone. What do you all think? Oh, let's talk about our chief stew, Aisha. Love, love, love her. Always have. I think I always will. But last night, I really loved her. She is such a good leader. She gives so much praise to her team. It seems like she's always trying to come up with solutions. Like, I can't stand when my kids do this all the time. Kids are like infamous for this. I feel like they'll open the refrigerator, something will be right in front of their face and they'll still ask, like, where is it? But I can't stand when people come in a work environment, at least, when they come up to me with a problem and absolutely no solutions, not even like a shot in the dark, nothing. Like, I'm fine with coming up with solutions, but I would like to see a little bit of initiative, is all I'm saying. So I love that Aisha is quick to come up with solutions. She also doesn't harp on things. Like, she does address them. This whole late night snack thing, the chef didn't wake up. The guests actually cooked their own grilled cheese. Oh my gosh, it was bad. Oh my God. Good. It might be good that these guests were so young, because oh my gosh, can you imagine like some older people were like, I have to go in the laundry room and get my laundry myself. They'd be so pissed. Or I'm making my own grilled cheese because the chef is sleeping. Like, what? Fuzzy Puff said, unacceptable. Emily's here. Hey, lady. Oh boy. Also with Aisha, she just keeps it moving. Moves on with lessons learned, kind of like the lesson I learned from yesterday. Whoopsies. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely, deeply apologetic for that. And if you're trying to figure out what it was about 16 minutes in. But it's gone now. I got rid of the evidence. Jen M said, it's awesome to see that Aisha continues to get better and better. She really does. I love it. That's what I love about reality TV. I do want to see the growth. I want to have faith in humanity. I don't want to see the Tom Sandovals who just like are so lucky to have this platform and their lives documented. They get paid to do it. And I would take that as like, okay, I should at least like watch this and watch myself, see how I'm portrayed. Some of it may not be true. Don't forget, there's a lot of editing that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of post-production. So things may come off differently. But if there are true moments where you're like, oh, I was being really real right there. And like, oh, snap, look at over the course of 10 seasons. Wow, I really was riding on this high horse and speaking condescendingly to everyone around me. Meanwhile, I was having a 7-month-long affair with my partner's good friend while she's sleeping in the house and dressed up as the mistress for Halloween. I'll never get over it. Yeah, I'm still mad at Tom Sandoval. I am. All right, let's move on. Let's go on to Real Housewives of Orange County, season 18. I cannot believe this, that we're at season 18. Like, wild, 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 wild. I loved this new cast photo. I love the looks. We're going to go through them. First up, we have Gina. I still confuse Gina and Emily all the time. I have to stop doing that. We have Gina and Tamra. I think I might like Gina's look the most out of everyone. And that is something I never thought I'd say before in my life. But I like this look. I think it's maybe the boots. But I mean, the the dress is kind of basic. It's just like a short dress, plain like square neck, but then it has cutouts on the side. But the all silver look with the boots, like the thigh high boots, I think that's what makes it for me. And I don't usually like a slick back hair look, but I like it here. And she's got the one bracelet. I'm good with this. Hair looks good. Says Fuzzy Puff. Jen M says, LOL, I honestly thought Gina was Erica Jane at first glance. Liz, I remember the first season. Remember Vicky? Yes. Family van. How could we forget? Woohoo! With the beer at her son's college. I think she was definitely serving underage people alcohol on camera 18 years ago, and nobody did anything. Do you think anyone would get away with that these days? I feel like that would make headlines, but whatever. So yeah, Gina's looking good. Tamra's wearing the same dress that Katie Maloney wore for the Vanderpump Rules season 11 reunion, which I loved on Katie, and I'm loving it on Tamra. Tamra doesn't age. I have to say, she is like really hot still. I want to be like Tamra. I hope that I can be hot like her someday. Let's move on. Here we go. Tres Amigas. They're not the real Tres Amigas on the show, but here's 3 of them. We got Shannon Storms Bador, Heather Dubrow, and Emily Simpson. So Shannon's look is very on brand. It's giving old Shannon, like beginning, like her first season. Not first season, maybe like, first couple seasons in. But I'm down with this dress. It's a short dress with long sleeves. It's got like a cutout around the neck, around the cleavage area. I think she looks really great. She's got like the default Shannon Storms Bador hair. Pretty good, I would say. Heather Dubrow's looking very Heather Dubrow. She has her hair down to the side, very neatly coiffed. Looks like she's wearing like a bondage type of, not bondage, bandage? Bondage. What do they call it? Like the Hervé Leger dresses? Is it called bandage or bondage? Whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. But I don't love the length of this dress. I hate dresses that go like mid-shin. It's like, why? Why are we doing this? It doesn't flatter you in any kind of way. But of course, Heather Dubrow looks classy still. What's her name? Emily? I almost called her Gina. She looks great. She's got an asymmetrical top or dress, and it looks like it's asymmetrical on the top and on the bottom. But yeah, Emily's looking great. She's got her hair down, very Emily Simpson looking. Okay, these two. Jennifer Pedranti, is that her name? She's the new housewife from last season who her and her boyfriend, Ryan, replaced Jennifer and Ryan from the prior season. And they almost like look the same. Like blonde Jennifer, dark-haired Ryan. And I mean, she looks good in this picture. The dress is very shiny, given that like latexy type of look. But also, I think these pictures are Photoshopped. So who knows if they like accentuated that effect or whatever. We're gonna talk about the new girl, Katie Janella. I haven't like Googled her at all or anything, but I'm gonna just talk about what I saw from the trailer. She looks amazing here. I love her hair. I love this dress. It's like strapless. It's got cutouts on the side, and it's like a mermaid silhouette. Is that what they call it? Or like, what is that? Yeah, she looks great. I love it. But, okay. Two people that don't have or that aren't in the cast photo are Vicky Gunvalson and Jesus Jugs, aka Alexis Bellino. And I'm only mentioning them because obviously Vicky Gunvalson she's not an official cast member, but she's a big part of this franchise, obviously. And Jesus Jugs is back. Alexis Bellino. This is messy. Shannon Storms Bedore, this woman right here on the left, used to date John Jansen. John Jansen is now dating Alexis Bellino, aka Jesus Jugs, who used to be a housewife, who now is coming back to the show. John Jansen claimed during his relationship with Shannon Bedore that he didn't like the spotlight and blah, blah, blah. But then we come to find out, actually, he is kind of a quote-unquote fame whore. Is he or isn't he? I think he is. Why are him and Jesus Jugs dating? It's weird. But I'm going to go into my notes on the trailer. Liz said, I remember the first season. I remember Vicky. Wow, 18. I know, right? It's like crazy. Jen M said, why do these women think John Jansen is a prize piece? Who knows? Was he ever married? Does he have children? Is he just like a weird single guy? Who is John Jansen? I'm going to do a deep dive, maybe. We'll see. I don't want to overpromise. All right, so let's talk about the trailer. First thing, Teddy's on the screen. And I think this dropped last week. I did see that it was released, and I see Teddy, and I just stopped. I kept scrolling. I didn't want to watch the rest of it. It really made me stop watching it. I only went back to watch the whole thing because someone asked me on Friday's live if I watched. So I'm like, oh yeah, I should watch it. But why is Teddy there? Because of Tamra? Like, I don't really want that. But also, love that Heather and Vicky bonded over their mutual disdain for Teddy. I say this all the time. Hate brings people together. Mutual hate. Look at us. A lot of us are here because we all hated, or still do, hate Tom Sandoval. And it's not Tom Sandoval that I hate. I just hate people who don't have integrity. People who are audacious enough to do things on camera and be insulting to us to say that, like, oh, I didn't do that. Dude, we just saw you. Don't insult our intelligence. Anyways, where was I? Mutual disdain. Yes, hate brings people together. Fuzzy Puff said, John Jansen is low mid. Low to mid or low mid? Yeah, he is. Ugh. Can't believe people are fighting over him. Gross. Anyways, there is apparently a feud between Gina and Heather this season. There's a feud between Gina and Heather this season. Heather said that Gina is a user and not her friend. And then they show Emily yelling. Well, they didn't show her yelling, but you can hear her yelling, "You're a wackadoodle." And the way that they edited everything, it makes it seem like Emily is calling Heather Dubrow a wackadoodle. And then, like I said, Jesus Jugs is back. They show her saying to Shannon Bedore, I have your ex-boyfriend. There's the door, Shannon Bedore. Yo, Jesus Jugs is not acting very Jesus-ly. Oh my gosh. Jen M said John Jansen, the Wish version of Slade Smiley. Oh my God. The Wish version, Slade Smiley is already there at that level. So what is the Wish version? Oh my God. I wonder if they're friends. I bet you they're friends, John Jansen and Slade. Gross. I don't know. The balls of the new girlfriend to talk to the ex-girlfriend like that, it's just like tacky, low class. I feel like Heather Dubrow would be like, this is disgusting behavior. I hope she says that. I love that this season seems to be filled with cast trips. Always love when they go on trips. And I think that's why we love Ultimate Girls Trip, right? I am kind of fiending. I feel a little bit of an itch. I think the season 4 that got booted because of Brandy Glanville and Caroline Manzo, that's really leaving like a void inside of me. We need another trip. Like they were cranking them out at first, and now it's just we have nothing. Bring back Ultimate Girls Trip. Bring it back. How are they going to do this to us? So was it before filming, or it must have been before filming? Shannon got into a car accident. She was drinking and driving. So we see in the trailer that she has a breathalyzer in her car. And I hope that, like, it did look funny the way that they edited everything, but I hope that we don't minimize what Shannon did this season, which I don't think they're going to, because Tamra seems to be on her about it. And I hope she doesn't like abuse Shannon over this, but I'm still disturbed by that video of Shannon driving drunk and hitting that house. That was horrifying. And if you know somebody who lost their life to a drunk driver, I don't even think you need to be someone like that has to know someone who has lost their life to a drunk driver. But that was so horrifying to see. And she hurt herself with the dog in the car. And she's lucky nobody else got hurt, but she really could have hurt someone bad. So I don't know how this season's going to go down. I'm worried about Shannon because you got this drinking incident, which is tough enough, I would think, to film. But then on top of it, you have Jesus jugs with your ex, John Jansen. It's like J to the 4th power. Oh my God. What is that, J cubed? No, that's J to the 3rd. So what's J to the 4th? Jesus jugs, John Jansen. Ugh. They're making me hate J's right now. I love that we have our new cast member, Katie, and she seems to be Gina's friend. And Gina doesn't like Heather this season. They're fighting, calls her a liar. Heather is really mad about Gina using that word liar. We see Heather Dubrow when she's like, when she could like make a diamond with her butt cheeks. She's like, do not say that word. Get him. I'm here for it. Oh boy. What else? Emily versus Heather too? I don't remember what happened there. But yeah, Shannon's still drinking. Tamra calls her out for the drinking. Oh God, Jesus Jugs. Jesus Jugs says how she loves John Jansen and he got her a ring. Not for marriage, but for love. Shannon, they show a clip of Shannon saying that, or she's like, "What, you want to be me?" Talking about Alexis. It kind of seems like it, to be honest. It's weird. It's so weird. And of course, Alexis is like, no. No. Oh my God, what if Alexis repeats one of her old lines. Like, what did she say? I had to go on medication for it, Lydia. Emily said if Alexis was so happy, she wouldn't need to say a word about her relationship. Very true. They also are alluding to Gina and her man breaking up. I don't know. I don't really care that much. Martin Lucas is here. Hey, what's up? We also see, the new couple, Jennifer and Ryan, who replaced Jennifer and Ryan. Apparently they get engaged. And I haven't been following outside of the show, so I'm watching as like a normie viewer. I don't know what's going on. But somebody mentioned $16 million going into Ryan's bank account unexplained. And then you see Ryan saying, it's the Lord's plan. And Jennifer, his cult follower, he seems like a cult leader the way that they showed this scene, but she's just like, yeah, they smear you because that's God's plan. And it's triggering for me because I can't stand when people weaponize religion. Like, I hate that. I really hate it. Or if people use religion to explain their behavior or rationalize their behavior, it's weird. But Tamara mentioned the FBI. And of course, the first thing I think of is Jen Shaw. Are we going to get a Sprinter van FBI seize moment? That would be pretty cool. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want bad things to happen. Okay. Shannon mentions to Jennifer that she has no idea who. Oh, at one point, Shannon's yelling at Jennifer, you have no idea who John Jansen is. And like Shannon talks like that about everything, like with that kind of emotion and intensity. So I don't know what she's going to say, but we better find out something juicy about John Jansen. And Heather even says, they show Heather talking to Shannon going, if that's true, that's fucked up. They show Shannon mention extortion. They're really hyping up this season. I hope this is not like all a ruse and it's super lame. That would suck. I'd be pissed. They're like, oh, nothing is going on. There's no extortion. Actually, Jesus Jugs and John Jansen aren't even dating. Like, ugh, that better not happen. But Jesus Jugs tells the new girl, and this is the weird thing, Alexis Bellino is so intense in all of her scenes. And I get it, she's been on this show before, but she seems almost like, it seems too much. She's doing too much. And it feels like she's trying to secure a spot, or there's something almost vindictive behind it, it feels like. Because she says to the new girl, Katie, she's like, this will ruin her life. Like, that is a bold statement to say on camera. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? And what's going to ruin her life? They know what they're doing, because I want to know now. But we also see Shannon crying, saying, he's a monster. I believe that. I believe John Jansen is a monster. But we also see Jesus Jugs crying, saying, she's a fucking bitch. I think that she's talking about Shannon. I hope this trailer is not all fluff. I hope we get something good this season, because I don't even think I watched the rest of the last season. I usually start, and then sometimes I'll just fall off if it's not good. Like Potomac, I stopped watching. I need to go back to Miami, because yesterday somebody was saying it was good. Fuzzy Puff, remember how she used to pray before each bite of food? Jesus Chugs. She doesn't anymore? I wonder if she does. Jen M said, trying to get that full-time spot. Emily, we don't, but do we? Regarding the Sprinter van FBI moment, I know. Oh, forgive me. for having these bad thoughts. What else do we have going on? I think that's it for today. We might end early. Let's check out. Okay, so tonight we have The Real Housewives of Dubai. It's the second episode of the second season, and it's been over a week since the season premiere, because they switched from Sunday night to Tuesday night. So that's what we're watching tonight. And I am also still watching Rami on Hulu. I haven't had time to finish it, but I'm still loving it and I want the time to watch it. But it's definitely something, it's not like reality TV where you can kind of like have it playing in the background. It's more like something I feel like you need to pay attention to. But before we head out, I want to make sure I remind you all to subscribe, follow, share, like, leave a comment, and a 5-star rating for Bravo and Blaze on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow on social media at Bravo and Blaze. We will be here for the rest of the week. Well, actually, I have to take that back. We might have different programming on Thursday because I have some more mom duties that got added to my plate, as well as Friday. I might have to change the time of Thursday's live stream. I'll let you guys know once I know. And then Friday, instead of going live on Friday to talk about Summer House, I might do that on Sunday, on Father's Day. Woohoo! That'll be my Father's Day gift. Unlike a cameo from Rocky, Raquel, Rachel, whatever her name is. Stay away from my father. Why does she want to give Father's Day cameos? That's weird, right? Anyways, that's it for today, y'all. We will talk about Dubai tomorrow. Stay lit.